What would you do to ensure that someone you cared about had a voice? That's the question one Metro East man recently asked himself while working to find a solution to a problem that had silenced his friend for more than a decade. 5 on Your Side's Holden Kowicki joins us in the studio this morning with more details on the solution they found using AI. Holden?
Well, Landon, while there are a number of alternative and augmentative communication tools available, they can cost upwards of $15,000. DJ Zipfel told me he found them bulky and difficult to use. That's what inspired his friend Cody Pease from high school to turn to AI. Freeburg natives Cody Pease and DJ Zipfel have a bond that was built on the ice.
I remember looking up to him because he was older than me, so I was always like looking up to him and the older guys as like I want to play like them with them.
December 28th, 2014, their friendship nearly came to a crashing end after Zipfel was involved in a car accident, causing him to suffer a series of strokes that stole his ability to speak.
I think it was hard for most folks to kind of wrap their heads around how do we interact with DJ the same way that we used to while still maintaining that friendship.
For nearly 12 years, DJ struggled to find his voice.
And I had asked him, like, what's your preferred method of communication? And he'd kind of said, I'm really just kind of using text messages, but I'm not super psyched about it. I just kind of had this idea of like, what if we could make like an AAC application where it's like type to text, like pretty simple concept.
An IT pro by trade, Pease spent about 6 hours meticulously typing out code. The end result?
Shock. I couldn't believe this was possible. It had a bunch of different preset voices, which I wasn't a fan of, but I had some old videos where I talked and I asked him if he could plug it into his computer so I could hear my own voice coming through the app, and it worked.
Him hearing his own voice again was like an experience that I don't think you could even imagine.
Since seemingly everyone these days texts, Pease turned the program into an app, allowing DJ to talk to the world around him.
The app is a total game changer. It gave me my voice back after 12 years without a voice.
One of the jokes that we had was, if he can go out and get turned down by a girl, I think that we've done our job. So like, I think he's already kind of at that point.
I am just so blessed. What I have been through is life-changing for me.
That's why they're working to perfect the speaker box prototype so they can help people around the world.
I want other people to be able to see how simple solutions can actually make things easier.
Like my mom always says, we don't know what other people are working on that could change the situation.
And if you or someone you know is struggling with speech, the SpeakerBox app is available for free both on your computer and via an app. There's more information on KSDK.com and the 5+ streaming app as well.
Holden, I absolutely love this story. So first of all, how did you get in touch with these guys?
They actually went to high school with our coworker, a friend of both of ours, Corey Miller.
Wow.
He had mentioned it to me, and I gave him a call. We met up on Sunday, and naturally it started raining right after we got there, which with tech, especially with AI, you got to be a little weary about. But the way they have it set up is so simple. Literally, it's just a phone to a little Bluetooth speaker, and it's his voice coming out. That was the most remarkable thing to me, how they were able to replicate his voice.
Yeah. So how long had they been working on that?
They've been doing that for about 3 to 4 months now, but their initial prototype only took about, he said 6 hours on a Saturday. They got together, even though Cody works in IT, he's not a coder. He made that very clear. They actually used AI to even write the code as well. So this is something that literally anybody, you at home, with just a little bit of Google help, could probably do yourself. But of course, they do have this free app. So.
Yeah, and that's really cool that they're not only finding a solution for their situation, but they're looking to help other people. So, DJ was saying that they're still kind of working on some things, and I love that detail about how the ultimate goal is for DJ to be able to get rejected again.
That's a good friend right there.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing is, too, there are a few other people here regionally that are using it, and just the more information or old videos that they put in, the more it can isolate their audio and isolate their voice, and it gets better and better and better each time, to where it's a voice that, in some cases, for years, they've only heard in their head.
Yeah.
They're able to use again.
I can't imagine how valuable that is to his loved ones.
Absolutely.
But we're really looking forward to hearing you stay on this story and maybe do a follow-up in a couple months or maybe a year. But we're going to be back on the air for some quick headlines. Don't go anywhere.